All right, everyone, welcome back. Looking at LQTY. So, keeping it simple on LQTY here, you can see just looking at the chart, you are in a downtrend. You can see the moving averages below the 200. The 100 is crossing right below the 200, or it's about to cross as we speak. You can see they're pretty much right on top of each other. So, once the 100 crosses below, this is just going to help continue to push the price of LQTY to the downside. So we recently lost the 618 support at 116. We're coming down here, and we've been sitting on the 786 at about 83 for a little over a week now. So it looks like, in my opinion, you're going to come down to the bottom here, back down to the low at 55, which could present you with a good long opportunity if it does come back down to that macro low. So if you take out 83, you're looking to drop about 33, 34% down to 55 here. But that's not to say that you're going to hold 55 here. You could, in fact, come down here to 55, take that out, and come down here to 32 for a new all-time low. So from where you are right now, if you come down to 55 and you take that out, and you do get down there to 32, that is about a 60% drop on LQTY here. So I'm not saying that's going to happen, but it's definitely a possibility. But I do think you probably are coming back down to the low at 55 here. Just due to the fact that you're macro bearish that we'll look at here in just a second. And here on the daily chart, you're in a downtrend and your 100 is just about to cross bearish here. It just looks like the price wants to come back down. So I would look for 55 to get hit at least on LQTY. If we switch out to the weekly chart, what I was mentioning about being macro bearish, if we just quickly do that and we draw a fib on the total of the price action here on the Coinbase chart, of course, you could see that from the high to the low, came up to the 618, wicked over at one time, but ultimately you got stuck at the 618 and you're coming all the way back down. So that is macro bearish on LQTY. So you're macro bearish. We switch back over to the daily chart. Here on the daily chart, you're in a downtrend. You're sitting on support here, so once you take out 83, 55 is probably getting hit. So I'm thinking that LQTY is going to drop that 34% or so down to this 55 level, unless we get some kind of a bounce here. But there's nothing really telling me on the chart that we will get a bounce. You could look at the Heikin-Ashi candles; they are getting smaller red, but they have not rolled over to green yet. So until these roll over to green and we get a little boost to the upside, you're probably going to go sideways here for something kind of like up here that you did on the 618. You see how it pumped up to the 21 and the 200 and kind of to the 0.5, but ultimately the 21 you can see just kept it down. So you may get a similar type of a move here where you bounce up to the 21. It is currently at 98. So there's a potential to come up about 19-20% to that 21-day EMA and then come back down and lose the 786 and then come down to 55. You could potentially come up here to the 21, get past that, and then tag your 618 for about a 40% move up to 116. But it remains to be seen. I would say you're probably going to get a little bounce to the 21, and then you're going to come back down, and then you're going to fall off the table down here to 55. So just watch 83, then 55. You take out 55, you're going to go for new all-time lows. And for any kind of momentum up, you have to get over the 21 and the 618 here at this 116 level, which if you get up past your 21, you're also going to have your 50-day EMA to contend with for resistance in this price area. So a lot of overhead resistance. You're macro bearish, you're bearish on the daily chart, and it just looks like it wants to come down. So I would say sooner rather than later, you're going to take out this 83 and come down to 55 on LQTY. So we will leave it at that until next time. Hopefully that helped a little bit. And with all that said, not financial advice. Thanks for watching, everyone. Peace out.